welcome back to my channel, and welcome to all of you that are new here today. Now, I am sure you can tell by the thumbnail that we are outside working on my front porch or entry area. You really can't call it a porch, it's so super tiny, but I really do enjoy decorating this space because it is the first thing that our guests see as they approach our home, and I really like to go ahead and kind of marry it with the rest of the home and what is going on in there each season. So that is what we are going to do today. I want to bring my flags out here and just kind of give it a whole new look for the summer. Now, I am going to continue using my door decor. I began using that, or actually put it together this last fall, and I fell in love with it. I think it's very unique and beautiful. Now, I will be honest, in the springtime, I had thought about doing something completely different because I have used this for so many seasons, but I went ahead and went back to it because it is so pretty and I just love the look. Now I want to challenge myself to complete the year out by using this door decor and just changing it up once again for the summertime. So what I'm thinking about doing, and I don't know if it's going to work, is I want to make a small scroll for it. Now, I love making my scrolls. Obviously, this one's going to have to be a lot smaller in proportion, but I'm hoping that it will work out and go along with my flags. I also want to bring in some height to this area. Now, if you were here for my spring video, I did have a beautiful fern here, but a cat came into our little area one night, knocked that down, broke the pot, and so I did have to move that. I moved my azalea in here really quickly just to kind of fill in the space for the meantime, and I don't know if I will continue using that or not. Now, I do have a black door in our garage. It's from our laundry room. Actually, when we were having our interior doors painted and the guys had taken that door out back, I walked in the laundry room and it was so open and so much more spacious. That area, again, is very small. So I called Ronnie. Ronnie was on deployment then, and I said, babe, what do you think about leaving the door off? So we did. They went ahead and just kind of made the entryway there just a frame and took off the little molding and things when you have a door in that place. And so that door has been in the garage. It's painted black, and I thought maybe I could use that. I'm not sure yet. I'm just wanting some height on this side, but I don't know if that's going to be a little weird having two doors. So we'll see. Again, I don't know if I'm going to use it, but let's go ahead and get started on today's video. I want to bring that summer vibe into this area. So here is what the little entryway looks like right now. Not really a lot going on. I just feel like when you kind of pick stuff apart, taking all my bunnies that away, and then the big asparagus fern that was right in this area is gone. So again, this is where I'm wanting some height. So we'll see. I do have a small trellis that I can try fitting in that pot just to add the height. But again, I do have the door. I'm still not sold on that, but if I did, I would lean it right here and just see what it looks like. So let's go ahead and get this all cleared out, and then we'll go from there. Okay, I think I just decided against the door because I didn't realize that Ronnie had put it behind my decor bins. And so I don't know that I want to move all these out to get to the door that I'm not sure I'm even gonna like. So that might be a no-go. So let me go get a trellis and see if I like that instead. I also have this. If you have been around during the Christmas season, this is my Christmas tree box with Ronnie's army stuff on top. But I thought maybe I could use this. It's really big though. It's 26 by 27. And I don't know that it'll work with my doormat. So let me think on that. And I really don't know what I would put in it either. So lots of thinking there. Let's go look for a trellis. This is something you haven't seen yet this year. Our little garden back here is doing really, really well. I love it. It's so pretty back here, and I love coming out here in the morning to kind of do my prayer time and just, I don't know, reflect, I guess you could say. But this is the trellis I was speaking of. So I might take that out. This is some lantana. It usually grows really well in our neck of the woods, but I'm thinking that may need to go in the ground. I don't think it's doing as well as it should be. So we'll see. But our roses are doing amazing. Our trees are, everything is looking so good. I'm so loving this area. It's just perfect. It's exactly what I wanted. It's a little organic. I just love it. Now, our magnolias are not regular magnolias, so for any of you that might be worried about them getting too big, they are a mini magnolia, and we actually have them shaped more like a tree, but most of the time when you see them here in our city, they are more of a shrub kind of thing. So I'm loving those. We're just hoping that they will get taller. It's at least as tall as the windows there. But this is our little special, I guess, kind of secret garden, you could say. All right, let's get this trellis and go back out front. Okay, so what I thought about doing is using this trellis in my pot with my azalea, and so I'm going to try and carefully set it in there to see it will work. So let's go ahead and get it in its space and see what it looks like without breaking my plant. Now, I wasn't sure that I was going to get around to trimming my ivy, but it really needed it. Even though I hate doing it in the heat of the day, it's just going to be hot from now until next October. So I thought I would just take a few minutes to kind of trim it back. And I'm going to splash some cool water on it in the end, just making sure that it's not going to suffer any damage from the heat. Now, this ivy has actually been a part of our little family for over 20 years. I purchased it for 97 cents at Walmart. I have taken cuttings from it all throughout the years just to keep it going. I've even moved it up north with us, 6 hours away, planted it at our homes there, and then brought it back, planted it here, and have had friends come by for cuttings, and now it's growing in their yards as well. So today I did figure I would take a few more cuttings inside and see if one or two more will take, and that way I can plant them into pots and just keep it going that much longer. Friends, we are back inside for a moment. I want to work on the door decor really quickly, and then I will take you back outside to show you the reveal of the whole thing put together. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go in and grab my new scroll of paper, measure out what I think I need in thickness and in length, and then just go from there, and we'll see if it works. If not, then we definitely have flowers, greenery, and some flags to fill it in. So let me go grab that and I'll come right back. So this is the part of the video where I show you exactly how quickly my mind can go squirrel. It takes about 2.5 seconds for me to completely forget what I had on my list first, like going to get my paper. Instead, my brain decided it was time to take the frame apart, then go get my paper. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this, clean it up a little bit, and get my paper. Because I've never done this before and I really don't know what I'm looking for as far as placement goes, you'll see me just kind of move things around to try and figure out how I want the scroll to lay. Now, I do have to keep a couple of things in mind. One of them is what I'm going to write on it and how long that saying is going to be. Being I don't know what I'm going to write on it right now, I just tried to allow myself enough room to write things down, and I can glue the ends in place. And then once I get it all written out, I can go ahead and loop the ends over to give it a more layered look, I guess you could say. But in the end, I absolutely love the way it came out. Ronnie really liked it as well. When he came home, he thinks this is the best one yet. But I will say, I think he's kind of biased because he says that each and every time. I think the camera is picking it up, but if you can't see it, I did go ahead and write out what I wanted on the scroll in pencil first because it's just too easy to erase rather than start all over again if I begin with a marker. Now, what I did is I went through it and went over with the marker and then went back over each and every downstroke just to kind of add in that more calligraphy look. Now, this is my regular handwriting jazzed up with just that downstroke. It's that easy. Then in the end, to just give it a more patriotic flair, I simply added a few stars around the saying and then called it good. Now I'll go ahead and insert the door decor throughout the year so you can see each time I've kind of refreshed it for each season and maybe gain some inspiration to just kind of use something over and over again and see how that it looks brand new and completely different. Anytime I am working with decor in any type of vignette, wreath, or something unique like this frame, I try to remember to work in odd numbers. Now, I think that it makes a more beautiful display when you do work in those odd numbers, but that is just my opinion. Now, if you ask my older brother, everything kind of needs to be symmetrical. He wants the same kind of thing on each side, and we have always been very different in that manner. When we would decorate my mom's house, we would kind of fight back and forth. If he would visit one weekend, he would rearrange, and then I'd visit and I would rearrange what he had done, and it was an ongoing battle. So you do what is more pleasing to your eye. So I knew I would be either using 3 to 5 flags when I started, but waited to make my final decision as I placed them and took a good look. In the end, the 5 won out. Now, being I store my flags all rolled up together, sometimes I don't necessarily like the way they fall after being placed, but an easy fix to that is to simply spray them with a little water, and that relaxes them so easily. I just had to be careful not to spray my scroll. Now, once I got my flags in place, that's when I started adding all of my greenery, and then I just replaced some of the flowers that I had used in my spring display as well. And I think it turned out beautifully. last thing I want to add to our summer display this year are some flags to these front windows. It was an easy add. All I did was add a couple dabs of hot glue to each corner and just let it cool a little bit before attaching so that I knew I would have a quick and easy release once we were done with them. As I stood back today and took a good look at my decor, I became really excited for the summer months. I want to enjoy this time with my family and friends and make a point to make happy memories. Sometimes circumstances around us can tend to bring us down, and even the little things start to stress us out. But I do believe the Lord truly wants us to enjoy the life that we live. It is through our joy that we can attract others to Him. The Bible says, I commend the enjoyment of life, because there is nothing better for a person under the sun than to eat and drink and be glad. Then joy will accompany them in their toil all the days of the life God has given them under the sun. So I encourage you to take a step back at your life and enjoy these months with your family and friends. For now, I want to wish you all a wonderful week. Remember to stay safe, be blessed, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.